So I have trusted you too long, Effie. Now you can understand that what sort of suspicion, what sort of trouble was going on in Mr. Munro's mind. So it was very much problematic for them. And he cried sternly, means he cried very roughly that he had trusted very long Effie. My friends and I are going to settle this matter once. So he and his friends were ready to settle that matter once and forever. So forever the whole matter would be settled. He pushed her to one side. He just pushed her to one side. As he threw the door open, an elderly woman tried to bar his passage. So as he drew the door open, what happened? As he threw the door open means he opened the door with a bang. And what happened? An elderly woman was just come in her way, and she was there to obstruct him, but he thrust her back. Means he just pushed her aside. And an instant afterwards, and a moment afterward, we were all upon the stairs. They were all on the stairs. Grant Munro rushed into the room at the top, and we entered in at the heels. So Grant Munro rushed at the top, and they entered at his heels. It was a cozy apartment with 2 candles burning upon the table. So it was a very comfortable apartment, and 2 candles burning on the table. In the corner there sat a little girl. Her face was turned away, but we could see that she was dressed in a frock and that she had long white gloves on. So when they entered, they could understand that was in the corner a little girl was sitting, and her face was turned away from the light. And they could see that she was dressed in a frock and that she had long white gloves. She was wearing long white gloves. The expressionless face was of strangest livid tint. So the face was very much expressionless, and it had a strange yellow color. An instant later, the mystery was explained. A moment later, the mystery came out. What? Holmes, with a laugh, passed his hand behind the child's ear, and a mask was peeled off from her countenance. So what happened? Holmes was laughing, and he just pulled out a yellow mask from her face. And there was a little coal black girl with her all white teeth flashing in amusement. So there was a little coal black girl, means little Negro girl was there with her white teeth flashing. Means her teeth was flashing in other way. I burst laughing out. Means Dr. Watson, seeing the girl's happiness after the mask being pulled out, and he laughed out of sympathy with her merriment, means how happy she was at that point of time. So Watson also laughed with him, but Grant Munro stood staring. Grant Munro was surprised that how could this happen. My God, he cried. What can be the meaning of this? Can be the meaning of this? I will tell you, cried the lady, sweeping into the room. So the lady told that she would tell him, and she just swept into the room. You have forced me to tell you, and now we must both make the best of it. So the lady pointed out that he had forced her to tell the whole story, and now he should make the best of it. My husband died, my child survived. So she informed that her husband had died, but her child survived. Your child. Now Mr. Munro was very surprised because he did not know about Effie's child. She drew a large silver locket from her bosom and opened it. So she took out one large silver locket from the breast of her, and she opened it. There was a portrait within a man, striking, handsome and intelligent, of African descent. So there was a portrait of a man. There was a portrait of a man, and he was very handsome, strikingly handsome and intelligent, and of African descent, means he was also an African Negro. That is John Hebron of Atlanta, said the lady, and a nobler man never walked on earth. I cut myself off from my race in order to wed him, but never once did I regret it. Our only child took after these people, but dark or fair, she is my own dear little girlie. So she pointed out that was her husband, John Hebron, and a nobler man. He was a great man. He was a great man who had walked on earth. Means she was very proud of him, but she had detached herself from all her relatives, and she married him, but never once she regretted the fact. She felt sorry for that. Our only child took after these people. So what happened? Their only child, the girl, took after the Negro people. And what happened? She might be dark or fair, but the daughter was very much dear to a mother. The little creature ran across at the words and nestled up against the lady's dress. So the little creature ran across the words, ran across the words, and she just hugged her mother. When I left her in America, she continued, it was only because her health was weak. She was given to the care of a faithful Scotch woman. So when she had left her in America, she was given under the care of a faithful, very loyal Scotch woman. Means if he had kept her in America and came to Pina, she had kept her daughter under the care of a Scotch woman. Never for an instant did I dream of disowning her, but she had never thought that she would never accept her daughter. But when chance threw you in my way, Jack, and I learned to love you, I feared to tell you about my child. But when by chance then she met with Jack Munro, she fell in love with him, and she had a fear that if she would disclose her secret of life, she might lose Mr. Munro. So she was afraid of telling of her child. And then I feared that I should lose him. So she was afraid she might lose him. Yeah, I have kept her existence in secret, but I heard from the nurse and I knew that it all was well with her. So she had kept a very secret connection with her daughter, and the nurse constantly informed her about her daughter. At last, however, there came a desire to see the child once more. At last, what happened? She wanted to see her daughter once more. I sent £100 to the nurse and I gave her instructions about his cottage. So she had sent £100 to the nurse, and she gave the instructions about his cottage. And I ordered her to keep the child in the house and to cover up her face and hands, so that even those who might see her at the window should not gossip. So she had given instruction to the nurse that she should come and occupy the cottage, and there if he would take care of them, and she should cover the girl with white gloves, and all face or hands should be covered up, so that everyone would see her. No one should gossip about her or say something bad about her or should discuss about her. Now tonight you must know order, and I ask you what is to become us, my child and me. So now that night it was to be decided that what should be done with her and her child. It was a long 2 minutes before Grant Munro broke into silence. So long 2 minutes, Mr. Grant Munro could not understand. He was trying to understand that what had happened, and then he broke the silence. When his answer came, it was one of which I love to think. So Dr. Watson loved to think the answer what came. He lifted the child, kissed her, and then still carrying her, he held his other hand out to his wife. So he lifted the child, he showed his affection to the child, and then he kissed the child, and still carrying her. He was carrying the child, and he held another hand to his wife Effie. So Mr. Munro was very great man. He accepted both Effie and her child. Back in our flat in London, Holmes said to me, "Watson, if it should never strike you that I am getting a little overconfident in my powers, kindly whisper Norbury in my ear, and I shall be infinitely obliged to you." So back in London, what happened? Sherlock Holmes said to Dr. Watson that if Dr. Watson would think that Holmes was becoming overconfident or getting little overconfident about his capacity or about his power, he should tell the word Norbury in his word, and he would be very much grateful. Means Sherlock Holmes would be very much grateful to Dr. Watson if he would point out about Norbury. Why? Because Norbury, the case of Norbury taught Holmes that he had guessed something wrong. Means at this point of time, Holmes could not understand or investigate the real case. He could not find out anything, but he went there and he was having the idea by the consequences. Means his provisional theory also proved to be wrong. So the Norbury case, in the Norbury case, Holmes was unsuccessful. So this is a very interesting story and you should enjoy it.